Hola, soy Pedri y bueno, estoy aquí con mis amigos de GQ para enseñaros mi rejection.
Rejected by Real Madrid in the middle of a snowstorm, and just a few years later, crowned one of the best midfielders in the world. That's the unlikely beginning of Pedri's story, a story that starts on the volcanic streets of Tegueste, Tenerife, where a quiet kid with a ball would grow into Barcelona's brightest hope. From joining UD Tegueste at just 3 years old to becoming the youngest goalscorer in Las Palmas history, his journey has been a meteoric climb powered by talent, humility, and an almost supernatural feel for the game. Today, he stands as the heartbeat of FC Barcelona and a European champion with Spain, a player whose vision and touch have already etched his name among football's greats. This is the real Pedri, the island kid with fire in his feet, the prodigy who turned setbacks into fuel, and the young man whose rise is only just beginning. Let's get into the life behind the legend. On November 25th, 2002, in the quiet Tenerife town of Tegueste, a child arrived who would one day move through football like a brushstroke across canvas. Swift, deliberate, unforgettable. His family called him Pedro González López, but soon the world would know the name Pedri. Born into a home where hard work simmered like a constant flame, Pedri watched his father, Fernando González, transition from goalkeeper to restaurant owner, while his mother, Maria Rosario López, kept the family grounded with a warmth that felt as steady as the island tides. Their lives were simple, but their love for each other and for football ran deep. But Pedri's earliest companion, the one who shaped his world like a shadow that never left his side, was his older brother, Fernando Ferrigi González Jr. Fer wasn't merely a sibling, he was Pedri's first teammate, cheering section, and anchor as the boy's talent began to draw wider eyes. The bond between them held firm, even as the world around Pedri started to change. In the sun-soaked alleys and volcanic sands of Tegueste, Pedri honed his magic. The ball clung to his feet as if drawn by an unseen thread. Each touch carried a whisper of the brilliance to come. These streets became his first stadium, shaping him with the same rugged beauty that shaped the island itself. And destiny had been waiting for him long before he knew it. His grandfather had founded a Barcelona supporters club right in their hometown, a sign, perhaps, that the path ahead was always meant to run through the heart of Catalonia. So when Barcelona eventually sought him out, it felt less like opportunity and more like prophecy. Pedri's professional journey began quietly, almost like a spark catching in the dark, when a 16-year-old stepped onto the field for UD Las Palmas in 2019. There was no fanfare, yet the moment he touched the ball, it was clear something rare had surfaced. And when he scored soon after, becoming the club's youngest ever goalscorer, it felt less like a lucky strike and more like thunder following lightning, a sign that a storm of talent was rolling in. Barcelona recognized that storm immediately. When Pedri arrived in 2020, he slipped into the team not with noise, but with the graceful certainty of a key sliding into its perfect lock. While the club navigated a turbulent era, he remained composed, steadying matches with the calm touch of someone painting strokes across a canvas. Under his influence, Barcelona rose again, lifting La Liga titles, Copa del Rey trophies, and Super Cups, each win echoing his quiet authority in midfield. His ascent with Spain was just as dramatic. Barely out of his teens, he stepped into Euro 2020 and played as if he'd been born for nights under bright lights. His vision, his poise, his remarkable maturity earned him the Young Player of the tournament, turning every whisper about his potential into a roar. He helped Spain climb to the summit of Europe in 2024, guided them through the Nations League, and even chased Olympic glory, returning with a silver medal that shone almost as brightly as his future. Awards shadowed him naturally: Golden Boy, Best Young Player, a place in the fifth Pro World 11, each one landing at his feet like petals thrown before a rising king. By 2026, with hundreds of matches behind him, dozens of goals and assists, and a presence that could tilt a game's rhythm, Pedri had become more than a prodigy. He had become a maestro, controlling play with the ease of a conductor lifting an orchestra into harmony, shaping moments that stayed with fans long after the final whistle. Now the spotlight shifts. From the boots to the bank, Pedri's wealth didn't appear overnight. It rose gradually, like dawn spreading across the Canary sky. By 2026, his net worth had climbed to £39.3 million, a fortune built not just on talent, but on the sharp instincts of a young athlete learning to move through business as smoothly as he glides through a midfield. At the heart of his financial engine is his Barcelona contract, paying him £207,000 a week, a sum that hits the bank with the force of a well-struck volley and more than £10.7 million per year, solidifying him as one of Europe's highest-earning young stars. Barcelona wrapped their treasure tightly, securing him with a jaw-dropping €1 billion release clause, a figure that looms like a fortress wall guarding a priceless asset. But Pedri's income flows from more than a salary. His endorsement world glows just as brightly. As a global Adidas ambassador, he represents one of the biggest brands in sport, and every movement he makes on the field doubles as a commercial magnet. He's also tied to Cupra, often seen steering their sleek Formentor SUV, an endorsement that rolls as smoothly as his style of play. Then came the moment he stepped fully into the business world. In 2022, Pedri launched the Pedri Collection, his own clothing line, proof that he wasn't content with just wearing brands. He wanted to build one, shaping his identity into apparel, the same way he shapes passing sequences on the pitch. With an estimated $12 million earned annually through salary, sponsorships, and competition winnings, Pedri has begun surrounding himself with the life he once only dreamed of. He owns a luxury apartment in Barcelona, and his garage houses cars like a Porsche Panamera and a Mercedes G-Wagon, machines that roar with the same confidence he shows each time he steps onto the field. Now let's take a deeper look at his car collections. His garage feels less like a collection and more like a fleet, a trio of personalities that mirror his rise, each one gleaming like a trophy earned through ambition. The first is the Cupra Formentor, the car most closely tied to his image. Sleek, sharp, and agile, it fits Pedri the way a well-cut suit fits a rising star, often seen cruising to training in its electric hush. The Formentor feels like an extension of his calm confidence. The 2026 model ranges from $51,990 to $67,990, depending on the trim, giving it the perfect blend of style and youthful practicality. But when Pedri wants something that matches the duality of his game, quiet brilliance mixed with explosive power, he turns to the Porsche Panamera. This car is both elegance and fire, a machine that glides like silk but roars like a storm when the road opens. Its 2026 price stretches from $108,550 to around $277,180, depending on the chosen beast under the hood. Then comes the giant in his lineup, the unmistakable Mercedes-Benz G-Class. Boxy, bold, and unbothered, the G-Wagon stands like a fortress on wheels. It's the kind of car you drive when you're no longer just a player, but a presence. For 2026, it sits firmly in the luxury realm, priced between $153,900 and $195,500. Up next, his mansion. His Barcelona home, shared with his brother Fia, is a private refuge, a retreat that wraps around him like a soft exhale after battle. The chalet comes alive with its irregular pool, rooftop terrace, and towering glass walls that pour sunlight into every corner, turning the space into a warm, quiet haven. The garden stretches like a miniature oasis. A basketball hoop and ping-pong table sit beneath lush trees, perfect for the moments when Pedri needs movement without pressure, training without the crowd, joy without the noise. Every room, minimal and bright, reflects a calm simplicity that seems to echo his personality on the pitch. Though the exact cost of Pedri's home remains undisclosed, the neighborhood speaks for him. His villa sits among Barcelona's elite properties, where prices rise like skyscrapers. Luxury estates nearby range from €7.4 million to €19.9 million, depending on size, style, and prestige. Homes in Sarriá-Saint-Gervasi list for €7,450,000, while those in Pedralbes, one of the city's crown jewel districts, stretch from €7.9 million to €9.2 million, with the grandest reaching nearly €20 million. In a city where luxury often shouts, Pedri's home sits quietly, like a fortress hidden in plain sight. Designed not to boast, but to protect. It's the place where the young star resets, dreams, and prepares to rise again. Proof that even off the pitch, he's building something extraordinary. We now step into another world of Pedri's luxury life. His tastes aren't loud, but deliberate, chosen with the same precision he uses to dissect a midfield. One of his favorite splurges is his collection of luxury watches, each piece a small masterpiece, ticking with the rhythm of his ascent. These timepieces, crafted with jewel-like detail, often sit in the €5,000 to €50,000 plus range. The typical price bracket for the kind of high-end horology he owns. They aren't just accessories, they're milestones, tiny monuments to how far he's come. His love for refinement runs through his wardrobe as well. Pedri favors designer clothing, choosing garments that fit him as naturally as a perfect first touch. Premium pieces, like the ones he wears, generally cost €300 to €3,000 plus, depending on the brand and craftsmanship. Each outfit feels like a quiet nod to his growing stature. Subtle luxury worn with the ease of someone who doesn't need to prove anything. Still, the most intriguing chapters of Pedri's life aren't always played in front of millions. They're whispered in the moments no cameras see. Pedri has always guarded his heart the way he protects the ball, calmly, quietly, and with an instinctive sense of when to open up and when to shield himself. For years, he kept his private life sealed, insisting he was single and leaving rumors to swirl like dust behind him. But in late 2025, something shifted. Suddenly, he wasn't seen walking out of stadium tunnels alone. He appeared at the Premier Padel Finals in Barcelona with Alejandra Dorta, a Tenerife-born model by his side. A moment that felt like watching a door crack open, just enough to let in a sliver of warmth. Their quiet presence together, seated in a VIP box among teammates, carried more weight than any public announcement could. The signs had been there earlier. Alejandra photographed with Pedri's family, leaving matches with his brother Fer. The kind of closeness that doesn't happen by accident. Even with her discreet lifestyle and private social media, her connection to Pedri grew impossible to ignore. And then came the line that set everything aflame. Asked about his love life in a podcast, Pedri smiled and said only, "Right now, yes." A simple phrase, soft as a confession, yet powerful enough to confirm what fans already suspected. Someone had found a place in his life. Despite the attention, the pair keeps their world small and protected. No public labels, no loud declarations, just shared moments, sightings at matches, and a growing closeness that feels steady and real. Alejandra, split between Tenerife and Madrid, mirrors his quiet nature, making their relationship feel like two calm tides meeting. Through it all, one detail remains unchanged. Pedri has no children, with fatherhood still somewhere far beyond the horizon. For now, he seems content with love that grows in the spaces between games, lived with the same intention and gentleness that defines his play. Another interesting part of his personal life is the controversy around him. Pedri has always carried a calmness that feels unshakable, yet even the quietest waters can churn beneath the surface. His first major storm struck during Barcelona's comeback against Levante in August 2025, when a highly disputed handball call turned the match into a lightning rod for outrage. Normally composed, Pedri stepped forward with rare fire, challenging the referee's decision and demanding consistency, a flash of thunder from a player known for blue sky composure. The drama didn't end there. Around the national team, rumors swirled like smoke, whispers of fractured unity, and even a possible player boycott after Dani Olmo voiced frustrations. As speculation grew, Pedri cut through the noise, firmly denying any rebellion and reminding Spain that the squad stood together. His words, steady and clear, snuffed out the flames before they spread. But internal tension found him again in early 2024, when Barcelona scraped a shaky win over Celta Vigo. While Xavi praised the performance, Pedri openly disagreed, insisting the team must self-criticize and improve. It was a rare moment, a quiet river pushing back against its own banks, and it stirred headlines across Spain. And beneath the on-field storms, he faced another battle entirely, the weight of criticism during his long injury struggles. Fans grew impatient, doubts crept in. When Pedri finally returned, he admitted how deeply the harsh words cut, explaining how unseen hours of rehab and discipline shaped his comeback. His honesty revealed not weakness, but resilience forged under pressure, steel tempered in fire. Through every controversy, Pedri remains the same steady force, measured but fearless when pushed, soft-spoken yet unafraid to speak truth. A calm midfielder navigating chaos, proving that even the gentlest souls can stand firm when the storm rolls in. Pedri's journey off the pitch reveals a life painted in quiet luxury. Nothing loud, nothing reckless, just the refined rewards of a young superstar who worked his way into the world's spotlight. His taste for elegance shows itself in the little things, the finely crafted watches that mark each new milestone, the designer pieces that fit him as naturally as his first touch on the ball. What makes it all remarkable is the way he carries this lifestyle, not with the flash of a celebrity, but with the calm confidence of someone who hasn't forgotten where he started. His luxury doesn't overshadow him. It complements him, the way a perfect harmony elevates a melody. Pedri lives like he plays, with intention, with grace, and with a quiet brilliance that speaks louder than any headline. As his star continues to rise, the world will keep watching, not just the goals, not just the trophies, but the man he's becoming behind the scenes. Thank you for joining this look into Pedri's world. If you love this deep dive into his life beyond football, hit like, subscribe, and turn on notifications, because this chapter of Pedri's story, it's only the beginning.